Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Today we are going to talk about boat stands. I get asked about this a lot, how to make a nice boat stand, and so we're going to talk it through a little bit. Let me tell you a little bit about how I build them, and we'll see what you think. This is the stand on my strobe light. This is the stand for the gasser that we're building. Okay? This is what you're going to need, but first we're going to talk about why. Okay, let's show you a neat feature right off the get-go here. In our club, I belong to RC Unlimiteds. We race in the Pacific Northwest, and we are required to have this area enclosed so that the average bear can't grab the prop. Obviously not a real big deal on the nitro boats, but especially now with the electric boats, boy, that prop can take off at any moment, you know. So anyway, we have it fully enclosed. There's a bottom on it and the top. I hinge the top. This is to prevent the random guy that's going to throw your boat for you, and he smacks your prop up here. Okay, we want to avoid that, so this guy will get out of the way in a big hurry when you pick the boat up. Little piece of G10, that is for the rudder to sit if you're going to work on the prop. This is the new invisible prop. These are really awesome, by the way. So we're not quite ready for the season yet. So that's just kind of a nice little feature there for that to sit on. It's all 1/4-inch ply. I've seen plenty of stands, and I used to build them this way where you use big heavy 1/2-inch or 3/4 stuff. Man, you don't got to do that. This is light, simple, relatively cheap. Hole on each end, okay? Too much of the time, I've seen you guys do this, man, where you're trying to hold the stand and you're kind of clutching it and hugging it. No, you don't got to do that. But I can easily grasp each end and pick the whole boat up and carry it around. Super convenient. We're going to notch the stand so that it will sit in place on the table. Wes is the man. There's a story there, ask me sometime. But Wes is the man. Okay, so that keeps it from sliding away. A little bit of rubber on the front here. Stick-on stuff. This is so that when we prop the back up, the boat doesn't take off on you. And we're not beating stuff up, sitting on the rubber. Okay? Let's get this guy out of the way. Yes, it's featherweight. Your boat should be featherweight too. Okay, here you're going to see this stuff here. How many times have you fought trying to put different kinds of rubber on here and it gets water soaked, or the oil eats it up, or the nitro eats it up? This stuff is really neat. It's a rubber. It's fairly hard, but not rock hard. 1/4-inch, slips right on, stays in place. You can get this from McMaster Car, okay? If you need a link, let me know. Same thing in the back. I just happen to have some of this cool round stuff, so that's why you see cool round stuff on there. I use a rod in the middle. This is roughly where your CG for the boat's going to be, your center of gravity. So you want to put it about the center of where your turn fin is. So when you're setting it up, just plan on that being there. It's handy. When the boat's on the stand, you can actually carry it this way. And it keeps the sides from flexing too much. Your assembly is going to be with 3/4 by 3/4. Get you a couple chunks of this at Home Depot or wherever. Here's your round. This doubles as a very convenient sanding tool. 1 1/8, okay? 1 inch is a little too small. 1 1/4 feels silly. It's kind of fat. But there you go. G10. If you've never bought any G10, you can get it on Amazon. It's really a brutally hard, well-compacted fiberglass. This is the type of thing they'll make circuit boards out of, okay? Wonderful. All different thicknesses. Get a piece of that. We're going to glue that on the back here, right? Okay, you can see fully enclosed. This is a nitro boat stand, so the nitro kind of eats up my finish a little bit. A couple of holes there if some oil or whatnot gets in there to let it drain. Don't tell the environmentalists that. If water gets in here, it can easily drain. Okay? All right. So you're going to get your 3/4 by 3/4. You're going to get your 1 1/8. You got a little bit of G10, whatever. I mean, whatever you want to use on the back there. Super nice to have your rudder sit on. This is a roll of that handy dandy rubber stuff. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Man, what a nice looking piece. I picked it out for that. I thought that's going to look great, you know, when you get it finished. You can paint these things, but I just seal it. Cute little hinges. Okay, these are the ones for the back. All right, Home Depot too. Bunch of little brass screws. 6 by 3/4 works really, really well. These are guys that we're going to run in here. And for a little insurance on each of the joints, we're going to put a little wood glue in there. Okay, let's map this out and we'll put her together. Mm-hmm. Okay, and there we have it, sitting on the table with the gasser on it. Just needs to be sealed up and it'll be done. Sealed up and assembled. Right now the rear section, this flip section, is just on here loose because I wanted to show you. You're going to need to create this gap here, because your hinge is going to go in here just like this and then flip up from there. So underneath you need room for the heads of the little screws where they attach this hinge up underneath here. Okay, so that's why you build yourself a little gap. This section is set down a little bit. This is just 3/4 by 3/4 here. You saw that earlier. 3 screws on each end here. Need to plan for having these offset, otherwise the screws will run into each other. See this? Oopsie daisy. I'll fill it. I think I'll fill it. Okay, here's your slot in the rear. And also in the front. It's offset here in the front because the nose of the cowling will be right here. Of course, we have our little wing here. I've already checked. There's just enough room to reach through. Grab hold here, grab hold here, and makes it really convenient to move your boat around. You can see our little rubber stuff, really convenient. Presses right on here. Offset this forward slightly. It's pretty close to where the skid fin will be, where the turn fin will be. So it's pretty close to the center of gravity. Back a little bit from it, just because you want the stability, you know, close to midway in the stand, but near the front. Drain holes in the back for water as it runs out the back of the boat, right? Convenient. There does seem to be something missing. Done. And you're done. Hey, if you like this video, dig this kind of thing, please click the like button wherever it is. Subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe share this. Let some other people see it so you can be good boat stand builders. Don't be a bad boat stand builder. All right, go get to work.